What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. So it just got worse for SIG. I didn't think it could get any worse for SIG in relation to the P320 platform, but it just did. SIG had arguably their worst week yet. So 2 videos dropped of P320s going off uncommanded. There was one, I think it was a off-duty cop who was appendix carrying, and he was at an auto shop. You might have seen it, and he shifted his holster to sit down on a bucket, and it went off, and it took out one of his testicles and then lodged in his leg. And then there was another one of a school resource officer, and she was getting, I guess she was off duty walking back to her car, and she took her backpack off, and the backpack hit the pistol and it went off and shot her in the leg. Then there was a major, and I cannot for the life of me remember. It might have been Border Patrol. It might have been, I don't know. If you guys know, leave a comment down below. I forgot what agency it is, but it's a government 3-letter agency. Just decided to switch over to the Glock 45. They said they're dropping the P320. They'll let the contract roll out for the remainder of the year. I think they took the remainder of their funds and they purchased P365s, and they're not going to renew their contract with SIG. They're going with the Glock 45. So there's those 3 incidents. And then I just got done watching a video from Protraband. If you don't know who that is, I will put a link to the video down below. He is at the forefront. He has been at the forefront of exposing Sig Sauer and their bullcrap with the P320. He just released a video. He got a report through FOIA that the FBI did. Now, it's 48 minutes long, so it's long and very detailed. I'll give you the Cliff Notes versions. For the kids that don't know, Cliff Notes was a little book that... Anyway, the old guys know what the Cliff Notes is. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version, basically what happened. A department, and he didn't name it, it's kind of redacted in there, a apparently very proficient shooter, an officer that is very proficient shooter and gun guy, it went off in the holster. Now, again, if you go watch the video and come back and be like, you forgot this detail. Go watch his video for the detail. I'm trying to help spread this. People are like, wow, you talking about it? Because a lot of people don't even know. If I say Protraband to you, you probably never heard of him. And I might be able to reach some people with my audience that he doesn't have. So go check out his video on it. But basically, the handgun discharged uncommanded. It was removed. Everybody basically like, okay, froze, don't do anything. Remove the holster and handgun from his belt. The handgun was not removed from the holster. It was sent off to this lab, BFR, BRF, something like that. The FBI was involved. The holster was an alien gear. And yes, it was built up around the trigger guard and all this other kind of stuff to prevent, to keep people's minds at ease. And the whole unit was sent to this laboratory. The FBI was involved. It's an FBI report. FBI was involved. DEA, whatever. There was a bunch of 3-letter government agencies involved in this. They x-rayed the firearm in the holster, okay? Then they x-rayed, and they noticed a spent casing in there. They removed it, x-rayed it, went through all the details. Basically, it had excessive sear wear, excessive striker hook wear. They noticed that the striker safety lever that moves up and down, that spring would pop out of the channel, and they were able to get it to go off again, and they milled certain things out of a separate firearm not to affect the firearm that they even did a high-speed, uses a Phantom high-speed camera to film all this kind of stuff. It's very detailed. Very detailed. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's a very, very good report. It's going to be really hard for SIG to argue this. It's bad. It's bad for them. So it just got worse. Did it end today? It ends today. Maybe it does end today, because that's not good at all. And I'm sure the lawyers that are representing clients for this are going to jump all over it. They're going to grab that report. It's really bad for them. So the 3 incidents, the two uncommanded discharges caught on camera, the fact that a major government agency is switching out to Glocks, and now this report drops, you're still going to find the people that, or the SIG defenders that are going to be like, it's the holster, it's the light. How do you know that for a fact? So as far as I know at this particular point in time, this is the most detailed, by far the most detailed report, explanation, after action review, detailed tear, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's been out there by the FBI, okay? So it's not random YouTubers like people like to come in the comment, you're an idiot, you're just a dumbass YouTuber. You're right, but this is the FBI who has a bunch of scientists and ballistic scientists and engineers and everybody involved in doing this kind of stuff. It's very detailed. But the SIGers are still going to sit there and be like, yeah, it's the holster, bro, and stuff like that. Okay. You would have been, you know what? If you were a passenger on the Titanic, you'd have been the same son of a bitch that had water up to his neck as the ship was sinking, going, it's not sinking, bro. It's unsinkable. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You cope that hard, okay? And again, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, I have a whole playlist of SIG P320 stuff where I'm trying to replicate possibilities and theories about what's going on and this and that and all that kind of stuff down below. I own 3, okay? 3 SIG P320s. I actually kind of like the way the gun shoots, all right? So I'm not a SIG hater. I don't hate any brand. I don't love any brand, but I just want to pass on this information for people that don't know who Protrabrand is, don't see his videos. Ben Stager reports a lot on this stuff. They might not know who he is. So we want to spread this far and wide. The more information out there, the better. So that's what this is, man. It's getting, I'm going to be curious to see where this goes. It's getting really bad for SIG. They had a really bad week this week. So again, go check out Protrabrand. He is the king of this stuff. Also, I want to do this video. I wanted to mention he has been targeted before for video takedowns. So if his video ends up getting taken down, maybe somebody else will be able to repost it, or maybe this video will still stay up because I'm not that big of a YouTuber, but maybe it'll stay up and give people information on it. But it's official FBI report of a pistol that clearly went off in the holster, and it's due to a bunch of loose tolerances, worn out parts, springs that don't work correctly. Oh, also I just thought too, I think this was a little while back, but there was also a Vancouver, I don't know if it's Vancouver, Washington, it might have been in Canada, not too sure, but they had uncommanded discharges too. So there it is, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Will this be the final nail in the coffin for the SIG P320, or will it get even worse after this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.